Oh, sorry there, I got cut off. It's got a 10-minute time limit so I can upload to YouTube. Okay, so we had this homework recently. You don't have to put that release out, but we had this homework recently where I said, give me a file before, then before you do any coding, write three things. One of them had to be a bug fix, one of them had to be a new feature, but you had to do three things you were going to do to your file, and then I wanted you to code and give me the two files so I could compare the two. All right. We're going to continue this pattern. So I have just now um, saved this project. I'm now in my Quantum Photons working copy, and I haven't coded a thing yet. I've just now resaved this as a working copy. I'm going to go to my release docs, and I'm going to add a content block. My text content block, I'm going to say upcoming release, or how about upcoming is very formal. Next release. Okay. Feature. Probability photons will move across filter and change color. I can't spell probability. Photons will move across filter according to their polarization. You don't have to have anything for this is just for me. Because I'm trying to do polarization probabilities and change color. Photons that passed will be represented by small icons, and photons that did not will be small icons of a different color. Okay, so that's all. I should also say that's a feature. Now let me see if I know my code is currently buggy. I'm going to try to set the example of releasing with a known bug. So let me go back and look at my code and see what any of my bugs might be. So I said 10 photons through, angle of 10, angle of 10. Oh, here's a bug. The filter's arrow is not in the middle. So the filter's arrow. So bug fix. Filters, polarization, arrow is not where it should be now. I will put it in the center of the filter. Okay, now this is going to be called next release for now, right? But let's say I go through, which I'm probably going to do tonight. I will go through and do those things to this file, right? I will then save the file according to whatever numbering system you choose. Okay, so I will save as a copy, and I will save it as alpha 2.1 because that makes me happy. Because it's two new features added. Well, actually, I'll call it alpha 2 because it's not the initial. Well, initial would be 0, so 1.2.1 because it has two features, one bug fix. Because that just makes me happy. Whatever you want to do. So I would save it as this. right? And then what I would do once I'm ready to release it, I would go back to my release docs and I'm going to edit this. I'm going to put the number in here, alpha 1.2.1. And I'm going to have my initial things that were planned. And then what I'd like you to do is draw a line and put other stuff. So you would have, you know, features that you added, bug fixes, things that weren't planned that you went ahead and did anyway that are contained in this release. So you'll have what you plan to put in. Hopefully you will have done all those things. Or you can release it and say, you could come back and say, not completed. And we would assume that everything else was completed. Or you could put completed or done, something so we know, hey, I plan to do this, I did do it. Or I plan to do this and boy, it was a lot tougher than I thought, so it's not completed. Then I would save that, right? So that would be my alpha. And once I'm ready to release that, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save as a copy. I'm going to rename this to working copy. Okay. And as soon as I save it as working copy, I'm going to come here and I'm going to say next release. And I'm going to put 3 more things that are going in my next release. All right. So that's how we'll do releases. And we're probably going to have one a week till we're done. All right. That's it. You could also, instead of numbering them with like 1, you could put the week number or the date or whatever. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in class.